Another thing that has to do with geography is the interior layout of stadiums. Let's face it, all sports are based on measurement, lines, angles. So for example, in a typical baseball stadium, the distance between home plate and first base, for example, is 90 feet. So all sports have their rules about how far apart the different components of the stadium has to be. Whether it's a field, a stadium, or even a ping pong table, right? It goes up from local to a bit larger of a scale. So all this has to do with geography. Another thing that has to do with geography is the sun angle. So take a look at this particular stadium. I'm standing here at about 6 p.m. and it is late May, Northern Hemisphere. In this particular place, as you can see, the sun is off over here. This is a baseball stadium. It's off here to the third base line. So the first baseman, the outfielder, the right fielder, and the second baseman, they're all going to be pretty much looking into the sun at a certain time of day. So the layout, the north, south, east, west orientation of the stadium has a lot to do with geography as well as for the fans, right? These people are going to be sitting in the sun and looking into the sun at this time of day. These people are going to have the sun at their back. And in a similar way, the distance from any of these bases or lines out to the outfield line is, in the case of baseball, regulated. But it varies between stadiums, and that's indeed what makes baseball kind of interesting, because you've got a different distance in different stadiums to the different left field, right field, and center field lines. So depending on the stadium, you might be able to hit a home run in one at a certain distance, and in another, you might not be able to hit one. Let's take a look at another thing, and that is illustrated with this scoreboard. Take a look at home and visitor. In any particular network of teams, some sort of league, for example, where do the visiting teams come from? Are they regional? If so, what is their boundary? What is the boundary of that region that plays at this particular stadium? And so if you mapped all those out, what kind of pattern would you see? That has to do with geography as well.